All right, going live for a lunch hour run of this here game that I pre-purchased from EA and Codemasters. I hope you're doing well. I usually do Rally Wednesday at this time in either WRC 10 or Dirt Rally, but it seems like a special day because I've got early access to F122. I'm pretty excited about it. So far, it's been really fun. I've only played a little bit of it, but I thought it would be a good time just to come on and take a few minutes and drive a little bit. Some things that are new and exciting is obviously the new cars. You know, we got new cars this season, so there's that. And I think there's some other cool stuff in here. I really haven't done much. I came in and drove Silverstone for a little while just to practice. Still not quite sure how the setup changes will be. Like, for example, now that the cars are substantially different, can I use last year's settings on cars for aerodynamics and brakes and all that good stuff? Or am I going to need to learn a new methodology? I don't know. I'll find out. Got my cup of tea here because I'm out of sparkling water for the moment. All right, so let's look over this. So we've got new career, brand shop, F1 life.
Emoji waving hand.
Some stuff. What up? How you doing? Thanks for being here, Phonic. Checking out this new game. So yeah, I saw this. So we have...
Wow, beverage snob. Emoji face with tears of joy.
Yeah, a bit. It's okay. But so you've got some things you can change, like how your character looks. It's cool. It's very EA. Customize your home. Okay, so I'm assuming there on the left side of the screen we're going to see trophies, and it looks like we could probably change that image. Oh, interesting. Seating, furniture, flooring, walls, wall art, lighting, soft furnishing. Huh. Oh, sweet. You can put like the infamous couch. Furniture. Oh, nice. Where's my mid-century at? Where's my... Ooh, I like that one with the engine. There's the mid-century right there. Boom, going mid-century. And flooring, we'll go with...
How many times has Shelby's mom been on the couch?
Yeah, you got the gist of what I was saying. Oh, this is actually very cool. Look at that little brick. I like the concrete look. Wall art. Wow, this is actually really interesting. Yeah, a little Andy Warhol type stuff going on. Lighting. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. What's up, Arthur Morgan? How are you? This is cool. Surprise stay with the mid-century lights here. That looks pretty good together. And then soft furnishings. Oh, you can change the rug and the pillows. Wow. I'm just going to go with a gray. Pretty neutral person in that sense. And let's see if there's any couch. This looks a little more mid-century. We'll go with that one. Look at that. That looks pretty nice. All right. My place is customized. Driver profile I probably won't mess with today.
Hi,
we'll
Arthur.
just keep them in the regular old
hand.
thing. Badges. We don't need no stinking badges, right? You can design that. Player car liveries. That's not new. Supercars. I believe that as part of the early access pre-order, I get to buy a couple of these. I have one
I'm making
supercar
dark
token.
chocolate brownie cookies while I watch you, Michael.
Damn. Well, enjoy those on my behalf. So I'm going to go, I think, with the GT Black Series. This is a nice ride.
Fine, thanks. I went to the doctor today. Maybe the tonsils have to come out of my throat, but I won't know until Sunday.
Oh no, Arthur.
Iconic 88.
Or learn information about any car in your collection.
Alright, so...
These are the supercars you currently...
Oh yeah, so it did come with some supercars already. I got the safety car from Aston Martin, the Mercedes safety car, and then I've got the Black Series and the GTR Pro. Gosh, I'm tempted to put this in Bay 1. Interesting. Not what I expected from this, but this is cool. Alright, so I got some cars in the bay. Virtual showroom. Oh, cool. So is each team going to have their own... yeah, so we can look at the car. Pretty cool. Okay. Good place for screenshots. Alright, fair. Trophies, theater, F1 Life visitors. What does that mean? View a list of the people that are present in your F1 Life space and visit their F1 Life spaces. Huh. Okay. I'll have to look into that later. I assume that's some element of online. Okay. So we've got single player career. Start a new driver of or my team career. Complete either as a driver or start your own team and take them to victory. That's interesting. Take on the entire F122 career with a friend by your side. Play competitively or cooperatively. Manage R&D, rivalries, contracts. And, okay, that's neat. I don't play this video game with anyone else. And then here's the part that I'm very familiar with. Creating a Grand Prix, which you're not going to do today, maybe Friday. Time trial. And then Pirelli Hot Laps is brand new. This is sort of something out of Gran Turismo's book where you do these short challenges. I already tried the average speed zone. To be honest, on the professional settings, it was extremely hard. I didn't even place. And then multiplayer, we've got a number of different things. I'm probably not going to get into that. Player hub. This is where EA wants me to buy stuff. All right. Well, let's take out. Just for fun, let me try and take out. Can I get into my garage here? Yes, I can. Well, let's take the CrowdStrike Mercedes safety car, which might be called a, what is it, maybe a lap pace car in other forms of racing. How's the audio going? This is my first time streaming it. Can you hear my voice okay over the music and sounds of the game? It's a big part of this. Kind of why I did this today too, so because on Friday I want to drive at Silverstone. Oh, look at this. All
What's
right.
up, Late Breaks?
What's
Just
up, Dogwater
lunch.
Club? Just had lunch. Cool. I haven't had lunch yet. I went to the dentist and got these things cleaned today, but I haven't made it out to lunch yet. Got good plans, though. Thanks to Arthur Morgan.
Hello,
I have
Dogwater Club.
some delicious leftovers of Königsberger Klops mit Sauce, which I hope I'm saying that all right. It's like German meatballs with a caper sauce and boiled potatoes. Delicious dinner last night. Thank you for the recommendation, Arthur. Keep them coming. I will give you recipes
How's it
back
going,
if you'd
Arthur
like.
Morgan?
All right, let's see how this thing rips. All right, so we're on the roof. Whoa. Yeah, the supercars are a lot different. This is going to take a long time to get used to. Spinning all over the place. Whoa. It's crazy how much slower
it
it
was a
is.
pretty basic lunch, just some McDonald's LOL.
Nice.
You pronounced it very well.
Awesome. Wow. Yeah, I can't even keep this thing on the road, so I guess you can't dive into turns as hard with these as you can. So here we're at 115. Wow. Let's just do some donuts, forget it. Fun. Okay. All right. Well, that was kind of interesting. I'm not sure that's something that I'm going to pursue too much. If I was going to drive a supercar, I'd probably go to Gran Turismo for that. That was cool, though. I'll do it. I'll do the challenges. If you're going to spend $80 on a game and you only have one driving game, it is kind of nice for it to be F1 and the supercars. And I assume that has to do with sponsorship, right? McLaren has a team, Mercedes has a team. I didn't see any Honda products, but Aston Martin has a team. Honda has a team, but they don't really make any supercars. Well, arguably. Pretty excited about tonight too. I'm restarting Red Dead Redemption 2, but this time as I've told you most of you, I'm going to play through it as Evil Arthur, which I think will be pretty fun. Should be a whole different game. Knowing Rockstar, they will put in some very funny dialogue. So here's the new cars. Lots changed. They look a lot different. You can see the wing on the front is more pronounced. The wing on the back is less. Also the body, if you look at the difference in the shape of where, maybe next to the driver, see how skinny the McLaren is, see how fat the Ferrari is. They all have a little different shape.
I had a very fun night last night. Me and my friend killed prostitutes on Grand Theft Auto 5.
Nice. Always a great pastime. But the Mercedes has switched back to being silver because they are the silver arrows. They were black last season.
It's not fat, it's big boned.
Exactly. Let's see. So back to Great Britain. This is where the race is this weekend. I really don't know what to do setup-wise. Like, I'm tempted to... I guess later I'll try it out, but I want to see how fast I can get going. The nice thing is, it's part of being here during the pre-launch and getting early access. There are so few people that, like, the lap times I put in yesterday were like in the top 3,000 for fastest laps. I think I was down in like the 2,500s, which is cool because, like, as of last week, if I did this in F121, I would have been 150,000, 160,000. So there's not as many hot laps put in. Car sound has been improved quite a bit. I like those little fenders on the front wheels too. Kind of cool. And here we're just going to go flat out, turn right across. Oh, they didn't like that I did that. I like how off throttle the sound changes so much. You can hear it kind of growling at you. I have good memories of driving this circuit last year. I know Phonic was there and I was doing some blistering pace, which was pretty cool. Always good. It's easily my favorite circuit. It is true F1. Lots of sweeping turns. Then you get in through here and it's a little left and then let off and shift down, shift down, shift down, and then floor it. Pick up some benefit because that wing on the back is open during this section of the track. Then here it's just a simple 2 gears down, ride through the turn, power out of it, and then all the way down to 3rd gear. Swing it. Gentle on the gas. This is a spin zone. But then here you just got to push it as close as you can. Nowhere even close to my personal best from yesterday. Let's try this again. There we go. That was not as penalized. Another spin zone right here because you have to slow so far down. I also took apart my pedals yesterday, so I noticed if you look down underneath the speedometer where it says how fast we're going, you can see it tracks when I'm pressing the gas or when I'm pressing the brakes. And I noticed, as I've seen in Gran Turismo, a little flicker on the gas. And so I opened it up. It was like 10 screws, bunch of wiring to be careful of. Oh, oops. And but it worked out pretty well. I used something called contact cleaner that I use on my arcade machine, and so far so good. Man, that personal best ghost is taunting me. I think what I'm going to do here is try and steal this person's setup, because they're clearly faster. Now granted, looks like the... Oops. Invalidated. Okay. In the absence of having a setup, though, you can use Rival Setup, which just changes your car to adjust it in the exact same way. And I do want to take a look at what that means, but for example, like how this person has their car set up, see if it does anything. Oof. All right, creeping. Whoa, yeah, there's that spin. Always a danger. Always dangerous there. I'm just going to complete the lap so that I can practice up a little bit. A lot of people complaining about this game on Twitter, and I'm not sure I agree. But I think with EA games, they are put out almost every year, and you just can't help. I'm sure EA can't help but develop a game very similar. It's uncommon for any game series to have a new game every single year, and the complaints have been just that people are feeling like it's a repackaged version of last year, but I don't know, I already noticed some major differences.
First you opened a bakery, now you're offering spin classes, such
That's
an
right.
entrepreneur.
You know, you gotta ask for it where you can get it, you know. Got a good idea, just don't let it become a riddle. Car feels slightly more stable, so I wonder what the settings are.
Diversity is key.
That's right. Diversify your investment portfolio. Thank you for attending my tech talk. All right, I just want to take a look and see what those changes were. I don't know how to do that. I think I just need to return to the garage. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take a look because I'm curious about what settings I stole from this. You can choose from any 5 car presets by selecting one. You can also, yeah, gotcha. All right, so it's a custom setup. Let's R3. Aerodynamics 7 and 18, transmission 80/60.
Hello, hello.
Yo, what's up, Asset? Welcome. Thanks for stopping through. Okay, so pretty standard setup, actually. I mean, it's nothing crazy,
Hello,
so to
Asset
speak.
2K.
Let's try another one. Try some flying laps here.
Sorry for the late arrival, sir. I was watching One Piece.
No problem. That's a great excuse. Good reason to be late.
Hey, Arthur. One piece of Shelby's mom, that is. Hi, Asset. Emoji waving hand. Emoji grinning squinting face.
Alright, I don't like this person's setup, so I'm going to get out of here.
Hello, Phonic88.
One piece of Shelby.
Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
I'm telling you, if Shelby would just show up, this can all stop anytime he wants. Maybe. Alright, so that was kind of cool. I still don't... I'll have to try when I'm not sitting here. I know it's not fun to watch me just program in settings into a car, so...
I'm sorry for this joke, but Shelby got you off track. Haha.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Totally true. This is cool. I'm going to try some of those supercar challenges because, like I said yesterday, they're really difficult. And as you saw a minute ago...
How is F22 so far?
It's good. It's good. I'm pretty happy with it. Like I was saying, people are complaining about it like that. It's first of all, it's pre-release because it comes out on the 1st, so you're getting early access, and then a bunch of people are mad because it has some bugs in it. But unfortunately, that's what happens when you buy things and they have early access. It just happens that way sometimes. And also, folks are suggesting that it's a repackage of the last year's game. That's how sports games work. When they have a year associated with them, they usually are a repackage and slight improvement on the previous year. I mean, we didn't have any of this last year. This supercar part is completely new. The cars are brand new. All the tracks have been updated. So they actually put in a lot of time. I wonder, because I noticed this on Twitter, on F1 Twitter a lot, I wonder if it's because there's such a new group
FIFA
of...
series.
Right. FIFA's a great example. That's been the same for so long, but it does change. But I think it's also because we have a lot of new Formula One fans, at least in the U.S., and that might be playing a role in it. Like, for example, here, the most watched sporting event of the year is the Super Bowl, and last year, the last race of Formula One had more viewers than the Super Bowl by like 30% or some crazy number. It was an insane amount. So thanks to the Drive to Survive series on Netflix, I think it's bringing in a lot of new people, but this is not a regular video game. This is a sports video game, so it's going to be different than... I mean, think about it. If they made The Last of Us, and then next year they made another Last of Us that was next year's Last of Us, it wouldn't... That doesn't make any sense. It's totally different. The storyline, all the functionality, like, they don't make games like that. So I think for newcomers to sports games, I could see it. If you played last year and you expected something like really crazy new this year, it just is what it is. The thing I would say to those people is, wait a few years. Buy every 2 or 3 years. You will see differences if you wait 2 or 3 years. I've done it. I didn't own this from 15 until 18. Got into it in 18. It was really, really cool and new and exciting.
When are we getting F122 Modern Warfare?
Right. Exactly. Exactly. That would be awesome, by the way. Great concept. I hope you're writing that down somewhere. But yeah, I also found too that I'm not giving them credit for. There's like 60 original songs on the soundtrack, but I'm not playing them because I've got streamer mode set up, so it should only play theme music. But there's a really nice soundtrack to this. I listened to a bunch of the tracks. Not all my style, but
that would be Road Blasters.
Right. All right. So here I'm trying to keep up my speed, average speed, but it's going to bring me down into this really slow turn here. Easy spin out right here. A lot of pressure on the back tires. Yep, there it is. That's not going to do it. That ain't it, Chief. Let's try this again, and I just want to try from the cockpit. I don't drive from the cockpit in an F1 car because it's too difficult, but in a sports car, I think I could probably pull it off. Nice looking McLaren. Nice on the inside, looks fancy. Really heavy steering compared to a Formula One car.
That car went flying.
Yeah. Alright, I drifted through,
Looks
but...
too rich for me, sorry, haha.
Yeah, no doubt. So what did I get? Silver? I can't see it because I'm covering it up, but I don't know what I got out of that. What happened? It just restarts?
Roll, roll, roll your car, gently or not.
Well said. Oops.
I think gold.
Yeah, you're right. I did. I think I got gold.
93 mph.
Thank you. Weird, how do I get out of this?
Hello, Fairy.
Yo, Pharaoh, what's up? I didn't realize you were the one that said roll, roll, roll your car. I like that. How are you today, buddy? And good luck with your support ticket with Ubisoft, whatever it is. Alright, I think I got that one over at 100. Customer support people are the worst. Ask Phonic and I. Worst people in the world. So good luck with that. I genuinely hope they take care of you. Okay, so I guess you have to go through it a couple times.
I'm okay. Pissed
Okay.
due to AC3 thing.
Yeah,
But
I know.
okay.
I know. I'm sorry to make light of it. I'm good. I'm pretty good. I had a dentist appointment, got my teeth cleaned. All right, so now I get it. It's 3 rounds, best of 3. I got DQ'd in the second one. That's cool. Advance. I tried. I get why. I mean, it was hard. I tried on the professional settings yesterday, and that car was like driving on ice. I'll work my way up to it once I feel the supercars a little bit closer. Is this a design thing, these X's all over the screen? Are you guys seeing those too? Because I wonder, is it a design element, or is this something to do with the fact that I'm playing this on...
Yeah, I know this one customer support manager guy. He's a real pain in my ass.
Yeah, I know it. I think I know that guy. You're right, he is a total jerk. Alright, average speed zone. Let's try some drift in the Aston Martin. Looks like a Vantage V12.
I think the design looks good though.
Yeah, okay, cool. It does look cool. The only thing I was thinking is that
slightly smiling face.
You could put all these X's across the screen to bust people for having the game earlier than they wanted to, but you're right, I think it does look like design. Formula 1 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. I notice already Crofty's voice, the narrator or the announcer for the sport, is not present yet. Challenge targets 2750. Push the car beyond its limits to perform exciting drifts. The objective is to score as many points as possible within the given time frame. Okay. I'll take your word for it. Ooh, right-hand drive. Fun. Wow.
Maybe a demo thing.
You know, that's what I thought too, but we'll see. See how if it changes. That wasn't much of a drift. Let's try that again. These cars are just so different. I'm not sure if I'm ready to pass judgment on it because I've only played a few minutes.
What can I say? That car is British.
Let's go. Let's go. It's British. I like how she said British. Drift score is 0. Alright, I'm not going to be able to figure that out right now. Let's try another one. This is cool. Something different to do. Like if you got F1 on your mind and want some change, I could see why you would do this.
Oi, slow down, mate.
I know. I got to.
British sounds like almost cheese.
I know. It's
emoji
British.
Face with tears of joy.
It's kind of British. I want to bake it. Wrap it up in some crescent rolls and bake it. Maybe put some spicy jam on top of it. I like the music. It's improved. Because usually they just played, in the previous edition of this, it just was the same song pretty much all the time.
Spicy jam?
Oh, heck yeah. Spicy jam on some brie. It's really good. Like jalapeno jam or, you know, habanero, that kind of stuff. Something about the creaminess of the brie.
You've got enough rolls on track today.
I know.
Hey, you.
Hey, we got plenty of bread. You know what? I'm just kidding. That's my place. I customized all that earlier. That's cool. I'm going to start the single-player career. Let's see what that looks like. It's
Sounds
12:30.
Interesting.
It is. It's good. It's a nice mix of that creaminess from the cheese with a little bit of spice. So, choose career type. I can either play as the driver.
Music sounds like AC3.
It kind of does. It really kind of does. They took a page out of the epic book. Play as the owner and driver of your own team. Design and manage your team and take them to the top. So what's the difference? I don't get to make any decisions about my team? Alright, I'll do driver first. That seems more... Will Buxton. Not my favorite person in the world of F1. I hate to hate, but it's not my favorite guy. He's going to be in this game quite a bit. Play some or all of the F2 season before proceeding to F1. Nah, for the purposes of today, I'll just skip right to F1. And, oh, cool, you can actually start along. So let's do this. Let's do real season start. And that should put us... Wait. Oh, okay. I was going to say, we're down a few already. Spanish is done. Monaco... British. There we go. British. And then I get to replace someone. I guess I'll replace Lewis. He's not having a great year, but use the default settings to balance authentic. Okay, sure. Start career with selected options. Do you want an authentic
I see a
experience?
Romanian flag there.
Was there a Romanian flag?
First things first.
Do we have a Romanian driver? Ah, I can't do all this. We're gonna go through defaults. Defaults.
Yep.
Huh. Interesting. I'll have to figure out who that is.
And now let's focus on your driver's look.
Nope.
Great, that's everything we need.
Great.
You can go back and edit anything we've done so far, and we'll come
So
back
since I wasn't there to start, any noticeable differences in this year's version?
Yeah, there are. There's a couple. So that they allow you to drive those supercars that I was driving, which has never been a part of the game as far as since I've been playing it, which is like at least 10 years. And music is different. There's a big soundtrack that I have turned off right now for streaming purposes. Big soundtrack with a lot of big names because EA brings that with them to pretty much every series that they pick up. I noticed some pay-to-play features, which, you know, that is what it is. I don't usually do much with that. And noticeably, Lewis Hamilton hasn't been on any of the...
Wait. This game is made by EA?
It is. Originally, or for the past however many years, it's been made by Codemasters, but for 2021, EA joined, and it was a joint venture in 21, and then this, I think, is EA really taking the reins. Yep. Got it. Advanced time. So this is very similar.
New parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
All right.
No
idea what I'm doing.
See as your rival. We need your input.
We'll go Max Verstappen, as it should be. George is my teammate.
Wished they used some of that music licensing money on development instead.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I was just saying that a bunch of people are complaining about the early access.
I appreciate you taking the time to...
But I personally think it's a sports game, so every year it's
Sorry
going to be
for
similar.
interrupting you, haha.
No problem. No problem. The delay makes it tough to keep up. All right, let's go to the race weekend. It says we have worn components, but I don't know what to do with that. I think we can get through that. We'll survive.
I meant in general, as a corpo culture thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. You have to ask yourself how much they spent just to have music in the game, where it's not a music game. I mean, I'm sure everybody loves having, you know, rock and dance music or whatever playing when they're driving. I don't. I personally don't think that any of these drivers need any kind of distraction. They also added like the whole My Life and things like that. Last year's had something called Breaking Point, which is actually a story mode that you played where you were on a team. There's always 2 drivers per team. And one of the drivers was about to retire and the other driver was a rookie. And you got to bounce back and forth between their lifestyles and drive as them. And I thought it was really cool. I'm going to skip right over this and just get into the session. Yeah, I'm going to go to... I don't need to quick practice. Let's see how this goes. This feels very familiar, very similar. Is Crofty going to talk?
If I'm not allowed to be distracted by a phone call, they can't be allowed to jam on the track.
Exactly. Oh, I broke the cell phone law pretty badly on the way to the dentist today. A 20-minute drive took me an hour, which is not uncommon for, you know, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, but it was, I was working and driving, which probably shouldn't have done, but that's okay. So race strategy, 5 laps.
I told you about the new parts that have come in from the factory, right?
Oh,
Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick.
New radio guy. That's a new voice for me. I've not heard him before. I'm gonna drive out.
Let's get a few laps under our belt.
Oh, I love it. I love
Flashback
it.
to our everything is 20 minutes away conversation.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. You look at it and go like, it's not really 20 minutes. But it only took me 20 minutes to get home. So it depends on what direction you're going. And I'll try driving like this for a few minutes, but I don't think it's going to be very good. I'll try it out. Maybe that should be my resolution for this new game. Let's try to learn how to drive like a pro. Whoa. Almost binned it right there in the very beginning. Let me remember how this comes out. So you can't cross the white line. Yeah, it's a totally different experience driving like this.
It's causing your gearbox to take increased wear. Just be careful.
What? Pushing too hard. I haven't even warmed the tires up yet. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to be competitive in this view. Okay, and through the chicane here, bop. Okay, this is actually a little nicer than last year's version. In the cockpit mode, it was really difficult. And I also really like the new sound effects. The engine sounds a lot more dynamic. Like, for example, here where I'm off throttle, you can kind of hear it growl a little, and you didn't hear that in the previous iteration of this game. Still not quite as bassy as I think it should be, but it feels a lot different in this view. See if I can hit the targets here in this view. If I can.
Metal bar in the middle of the field of vision makes me nervous.
Oh, it's awful. It's saved 3 lives since they added it, though. So it's doing its job. It is annoying to drive behind, though. And I think there's a setting where I can actually make it invisible. But that's not very realistic. What's crazy is that for so many years they drove with no protection above them. So if the car rolled over or something, they were just brown bread, dead. But already in the first year that they added what they call the halo, or this roll cage on the top of the car, it saved a life. It saved Lewis Hamilton's life last year, and I think there's at least 1 or 2 others.
Saved 3 lives?
Mm-hmm.
How?
Well,
By
the first
forcing the driver to slow down because they can't see shit?
Yes. So technically the first one happened, a French driver, Romain Grosjean. Very French name. Great guy too. I met him in Long Beach last year. He crashed and his car was wedged underneath one of the barriers, burst into flames, and he was able to climb out, which has nothing to do with the roll cage. But had the roll cage not been there, he definitely would have been decapitated. No questions asked. His car, like, all the way up to the roll cage was underneath the barrier, and it would have decapitated him. And then Lewis Hamilton was infamously run off the track by Max Verstappen, who then accidentally drove up his back wheel and ended up on top of Lewis's car with the wheel spinning right above Lewis's head. Again, if the roll cage wasn't there, Lewis would have been injured, if not killed, by that. And that would have been a travesty. He's the greatest driver of all time. would have been a tragedy for anybody, but for someone like Lewis to end it there, that would be like Ayrton Senna. You know, you just hate to see it happen on the track. You want it to happen when they're old and vacationing somewhere, or, you know, living their best life. Okay, this is not bad. I'm actually getting used to driving like this. We may be witnessing a bit of a change in my opinion. 192.4 through the speed trap. Oops. And then I don't remember who the third one was, but if I thought about it enough, I probably could figure it out. There is definitely another accident where the halo was literally a halo.
Great lap. You know exactly what we asked for.
Alright, that feels good. I'm going to go for 50 points. So these practice challenges, they basically just allow you better, I don't know, it gives you like better stats and more an understanding for your team as you go into the race weekend. If you don't do them, as I've pointed out before, the game penalizes you. It makes the other drivers
Sounds like
better.
it's turning out that drivers are becoming more careless because they know the halo is there. Time will tell, I suppose.
True. That's a really good angle. That's very true. I think in Romain Grosjean's place, it was just a freak accident. But with, you're right, with Lewis and Max Verstappen's situation, that was definitely, you could probably call that hubris. Like, he thought that he was really going to be able to do something that was impossible and didn't know that the accident would end up with him on top of Lewis. And you couldn't have written that. No one could have guessed it. But that's how open wheels go, just like a motorcycle. You rear end a motorcycle on another motorcycle, you're going up and over. It's just the way it works. Ask me how I know that. It's never happened to me, but I saw it happen to somebody, and it's just the way it works when your wheels are open. Probably why we have fenders on street cars, most of them. I do love Silverstone. Nice. This first turn, just flat out, smush it across the curbs here. Swing down through here, still flat out at 100, start braking. Bring it down to the third, but let it coast through the turn. Careful right through here because this is a spin zone. Yep, just like that. And then cut this corner.
I didn't know this would happen. Defines most accidents.
Right, right. And careful around here too. Down into third gear and just sort of keeping even gas, and then as soon as I'm straight, push. That's another spin spot. I believe this straightaway is now called Hamilton Straight. And then down 2 gear, or down 1. Ah, no, I was too early on that. That one you can actually take flat out. I just misunderstood. Skip, skip, brake, downshift. Downshift again, but be ready to push right here. I love how my name is Player. I don't want to be a player no more. I'm not a player, I just crash a lot. Yeah, I like the off-throttle sounds. I know that's a really small bit of minutia, but that is really cool.
Great lap. You know exactly what we asked for. Keep
Oh,
it
Michael, you such a player.
Yeah, such a player. All right, let's get back to the garage. That was fun. Did I see that? All right, that's kind of thrilling. The fact that the in-cockpit worked a little bit better. But there's something I want to do, which is probably in the start menu now that I think about it. All right, let's go into tire management. Look at that, all of that. So here it explains this program is designed to benchmark your car's tire wear and fuel usage in order to help the team build a personalized race strategy for you. So if you don't do this, and you can tell the game to do this on your behalf, that it screws you. It's just not the right thing to do. So unless, I don't know why you wouldn't do this. I actually like it because it teaches you the track, or it reminds you. So here, I want to do something. We're gonna go flying lap. Flying lap just means it puts in and yo. So one thing I know on a PC, this actually helps with GPU usage.
Made myself something to eat.
But I'm going to do it because I like driving like this. Let me see. Camera customization. In the cockpit, I actually want the field of view to be a little bit shorter. And I think what I want to do is put...
Food talk, because of course.
Food talk, yeah. You're in the right place. Halo column. Okay, so I can turn the column off. I'm not going to, but you can. Look to apex limit controls the degree. I think another feature that they brought into this, it's rumored that they're going to have PlayStation VR support. So you could play it with VR before, but if you turned your head, it didn't do anything. It was just like a really close up, so it's not really VR. But I think now you're going to be able to look out the sides and do... I don't have and I don't really want PlayStation VR because I think it's not the best VR out there and I wouldn't want to spend that. But there we go. This is what I was looking for. So you can actually push this closer, the camera closer to the steering wheel, and reduce some of the field of view. And it gets you on a PC. It actually makes the game run better. But for me, it just I see more. See, I see more of the road. Yep, this is much better. You can really see that column in the middle.
It's all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
So trick here for tire management. I'm naturally, I don't know why, but I naturally drive with good tire management for the most part. But the trick is not to brake too hard and not to gas too hard, but you got to keep up speed. Because if you spin the tires, obviously that eats them. And if you brake too hard, so like this is going to hurt. Oops. So right here, I'm going to gently through. It's still staying in the green. Good. I like that graph. That's new too. I don't remember ever seeing that before. Alright, we're in the purple. See, I'm naturally kind of good at this. It's just my driving style. I have no explanation for as to why, except for that Gran Turismo taught me to be a good driver back in the day, I guess. I've never done any tire management on the track, personally. Usually on, and I've only done track time on a motorcycle, but it's usually just get out there and burn the tires as bad as you can, because that's how you go fast. But
in real life terms, does that mean you're leaning forward and driving like my grandma when she's trying to read her email?
Like this? Driving with your shoulders? You can do it. Yes, totally. God, being that close to the steering wheel is so dangerous too.
Emoji face with tears of joy.
Has anybody ever been in an accident and hit with an airbag before? You want to be 12 inches away. You do. Whoa, Guan Yu. I like this guy. He's a new driver. First Chinese driver ever in Formula One. I like him a lot. He's very cool, smooth operator, pretty fast driver. He is on Alfa Romeo with my previous teammate, Valtteri Bottas.
Yes, twice. Emoji face with tears of joy.
It's awful, isn't it?
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got
Perfect.
lots of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Yeah, I'm creeping on Guan Yu. There it is. That guy's name is Joe, but it's spelled Z-H-O-U. Z-H-O-U. Pretty cool. Eat at Joe's. Ah, time goes by so fast. Alright, so I'm sold. I'm sold. This was an $80 purchase, which is a bit of coin to pinch out of my purse. And I'm very happy. And I'm glad now I'm switching. I might change my mind tomorrow or Friday. But for now, I'm switching.
Wait, what? Already?
I know. Yeah, my lunch hour's over in like 5 minutes.
Now I need to know how the voice lady in chat is gonna pronounce the name Zoo.
Go for it. Zoo. She got it. That's not right. It's Joe. Joe. This is really cool. I wish you could look around. Like, I wish I could have Lewis turn his head a little bit. And in real life, also, like you were saying about your grandmother, you wouldn't normally just look straight out the front of the car. You'd be looking right here, I'd be looking on the left side. Here you'd be looking at the lines on the right side. But I don't know if they can do anything with that without some sort of motion detection.
Okay, that last lap was a 1 minute 38.3.
Alright, that was fun. Let's quit. I'll restart a season some other time. It's really cool that you can start the season in whatever order you want. I assume that they're thinking we're not going to get this out by January, so you have to be able to do that, but I don't remember that being a feature in F1 2021. But the way I think about it, like I was saying about sports games, is if you're really into the sport, it's kind of like a subscription. You know, like I'm paying $60 to $80 a year to have this simulation.
You end, can you check out that Romanian driver?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go find out who's on the roster. Because I don't know of a Romanian driver. Not personally. So let's try this again. We'll just do create new driver, skip to F1, start from the beginning, full season, sure, recommended settings.
First things first, let's create your driver.
Okay, let's not.
I want to know too, haha.
It's kind of cool, you know? There's no American on the grid, and I can imagine why that would be kind of cool.
Last but not least, we need to decide which team to sign with. Choose carefully, as once you reach F1, the team you drive for will expect you to deliver appropriate results.
So let's look through it. I'm trying to think. So you got on this team, you have Charles Leclerc, who's Monegasque. Carlos Sainz is Spanish. Max Verstappen's Dutch. Sergio Perez is Mexican. Lewis Hamilton is English. George Russell is English. Extremely. George is like the most British person I've ever seen. Valtteri is Finn. Zhu is Chinese. Fernando Alonso is a Spaniard. Esteban Ocon is, I think, French. He could be a Spaniard, but I'm thinking he's French. Pierre Gasly's French. Yuki Tsunoda is Japanese. Oh my god. These two. They look like little boys. On the Haas team, you've got Kevin Magnussen and Mick Schumacher. Magnussen, I don't know where he's from. Schumacher's German or maybe Austrian. Daniel Ricciardo's Australian. Lando Norris is Brit. Lance Stroll's Canadian. Sebastian Vettel's German or Austrian, I don't know. Alexander Albon is British and Thai. And Nick Latifi's Canadian.
Danish.
Kevin is Dane, right on. So I don't know, and it's, you know what, it's not doing the same thing. Let's see if it, I'm just curious.
Great, that's everything we need.
Ah, see, I did it a different way. Back, discard. You got me curious just because it's kind of fun that you noticed a Romanian flag. Let's try this one more time. I'll go back through it the exact same way. I did something different. Skip. And real season start. Alright, replacing Charles Leclerc. Oh, it's a location. These are the flags you were talking about, right? Alright, so we've got Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Australian, Emilia-Romagna, which is Italy.
The countries.
Yep. Miami, Spain, Monaco, Azerbaijan, Canadian, Canada, Austrian, French, Hungarian, Belgian, Dutch, Italian. We got 2 Italian races this year. Singapore, Japanese. Back to Austin, Texas, Mexico, Sao Paulo.
That could be Belgian too.
Oh, is this what you were thinking? I actually don't know
that
what
is Belgian.
I don't know what your flag looks. It's similar to that. Interesting. Alright, now just for one more fun bit, let's get all the way back out of here. I have like 60 seconds, but oops.
That tricked me.
Oh, they're little. They're at a glance. I could see why that would happen.
Romanian is blue, not black.
Oh.
It is blue, yellow, and red.
Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that. Learn new things from you every time we chat. I appreciate you. Split screen seems really fun. Like,
I thought that was a blue.
this sounds like the most spoiled brat thing ever, but if I could get 2 seats like this, 2 steering wheels, split screen would be crazy. So fun. but I don't think I can afford another $500 setup. That's pretty cool. Let's try another hot lap, and so let's try a checkpoint challenge. I'm gonna try it on challenging. Ooh, look at Imola. Imola has traditionally been a motorcycle racetrack as far as I know, but they somehow fit these cars onto it, and it is a really fun place to drive. It's a classic MotoGP track as far as I know, though. That in Portimao in Portugal. Made in Italy. Oh, I see. That's Italian, that's why it looks weird to me. Checkpoint challenge. From a rolling start, race around the track to cover the target distance before the time runs out. All right. I've done checkpoint challenges before. Back in the McLaren. All right, here we go. We'll start braking way back here. Yep, the chicane, first chicane. This is kind of...
Have you tried Kingdom?
Not yet, nope. Haven't forgotten though, I will. I haven't had any time to do the extra, like, outside of streaming gaming, really. This last week has just been bonkers. Ooh, a little spin. Let's see if I can remember this. So up over the hill, let's start braking here.
Mr. Early Brakes? Am I on the wrong channel?
You are. Clearly things change when I'm in a supercar. Not as graceful in the supercar, I'll admit. My first
favorite word, bonkers, emoji face with tears of joy.
You're welcome. Oops. I missed that chicane altogether. Disqualified. What a way to end. Alright. That was actually pretty fun.
Never heard of it, but I think it means crazy.
It does. Bonkers. You're going crazy. Bonkers. Like, I don't even know why. I think it's something from, like, Looney Tunes. Bonkers. Bonk, bonk, bonk. So here's my 10-second feelings on this. Great addition. Lots of really cool things. I'm not completely sold on the supercar part because compared to Gran Turismo, that's not how I expected a supercar to work. It's also the name of a cartoon police cat.
It makes me laugh so randomly, haha.
It's also the name of a cartoon. Okay, that makes sense. I'm guessing that's where I think of it as like Looney Tunes or, you know, like Pinky and the Brain and all that good stuff. But yeah, so the supercar stuff, I'm not sure about yet. I don't know if I can pass judgment on it because I've only done such a small amount of it, but it didn't feel like a supercar should feel, in my opinion, because compared to Gran Turismo, it was kind of clunky.
If that helps.
Orange police. I don't know. I don't recognize it. Garfield? Garfield and friends. But yeah, this is great. I'm happy. It's cool to have early access to it. And looking forward to Friday. So I'm going to come back on this channel on Friday at noon. We'll officially drive a full, or as much of a full race as I can get in. And then tonight, you know, I start Evil Arthur, my second playthrough of Red Dead Redemption, this time going for the most ruthless outlaw gangster stuff that we can possibly do. Instead of being a nice person, I'm going to be mean and nasty to everybody that I come across. And there's something exciting about that because Rockstar is known for
their stuff. When you can.
I will. Actually, I could do that right now. Thanks to the wonders of modern technology. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, bonkers. Nice. I'm so glad that I love how I love language. I love how just one word can trigger so many thoughts and feelings and memories for people. And this epic music, I feel like I should run in and chain kill all 4 of these people before I go. But anyway, thank you all for joining. It's been really, really fun. Thanks for experiencing F122 for basically my first time. I had about, I don't know, an hour into the game of just driving time trial before today. So it's cool to see all that other stuff. And for those of you who the time zone works. Yes, exactly. For those of you who can make it later, reference. I'll see you. Oh, nice. That makes sense. I'll see you this afternoon. If not, we'll see you again on Friday on my main channel. You guys have a great day and stay safe. Have a good time. See ya.